Hey everybody, Patty Ann here. Welcome. Listen, do you like these kind of candies? Have you ever eaten them before? I see it's backwards, but it's Linder's. I'm going to show you something really fun that you can make out of them. Okay, that looks just like this. And you can hang this on a tree, or you could put this on a gift for a gift tag. And guess what? That's not the only one I made. I made more. I made little ones that look like this, like little monkeys. And you just stick the little Linder candy in here, and it's ready to go. Just like that. Isn't that adorable? I love these things. Well, listen, I'm going to show you both ways how to make it. I'll show you a few more while we're waiting. Here's one with a little bit of a different skin tone for her angel and a little gnome. And I think that's about all. I had a little mitten that I kind of messed up a little bit. But anyway, listen, I'm going to show you how to do it in both pieces of software. First, I'm going to show you in Silhouette, and then at about the 11-minute mark, if you want to fast forward to that, but I don't recommend that you do. If you use a Cricut machine, I swear you'll want to watch what we do in Silhouette machines, and you can use it with your Cricut. But anyway, if you want to scroll ahead, go ahead and scroll ahead to the 11-minute mark, and that's when I start using Cricut Design Space. But without further ado, let's get started. And I'll have a link for where you can get these little cutouts down below so that you can make your own ornaments or your own gift tags. So thanks for joining me. See you again in a minute. Okay, first I'm going to show you how to bring one into Silhouette, and then I'll do Cricut Design Space. So here's the angel I just brought in. I went to File and Merge. And here they are, the chocolate holders. And I got the SVG. And I'll do the monkey one this time. Okay, here's the monkey. Came in way down here. Let's scroll in a little bit, and he'll fit perfectly in our on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. As you can see here, I have this set up for my portrait. I can go ahead and ungroup it again, which is going to allow me to get some of these little pieces, like for example this piece and this piece, in case I want to make these a pattern, right, for a print then cut. So what I can do is come over here to the paint bucket thingy here, or the painter's palette, and come to the third button over, and that's the pattern fill. And I can fill it with any pattern I'd like. And as you know, I love to fill it with that. And I'll do the same thing with this little scarf. So there they are, just like that. I can move the big piece away because that's not going to be a print then cut. It's going to be simply a cut file. I can put these back on here where they belong. One thing I do like about this program is I can nudge things, whoops, click on it, nudge it easily, and get it to right into space, or the spot where I want it. Same with this. If I need to, let's scroll in to make sure I have it in the right place. I can roll it over or scroll it over just a little bit, maybe up one, and this can go up a few, over maybe one. There we go. All right, so now what I would probably do is just grab all of him and group it, and I would print this. And let's see, let me see what I should do. I'm going to scroll out. I'll just do him first, make him be a print, and a print then cut. I might as well do two of them. Alt, hold down my Alt key, and I can drag down another one. The other thing that I can do while I'm busy with this is, if I'd like to, what I could do is come over right down here maybe, or maybe up here on his head, or even up here. I could see if I could put in a name. Like, I'll put in the name Levi, L-E-V-I, Levi, and I'll leave it, I think I'll make it all in caps instead of that, L-E-V-I. Okay, so now that I have the name Levi, I'm going to double click on it, or click on it singly and just make it smaller. Then I think I'll make it white. And the next thing I'm going to do is double click so I get this four-headed arrow. Then I can bring it down here and pop it right into place, right like that. Now, if I want it on the inside of his little earmuffs there, of course I can move it down like this, and I can make it smaller so it will fit better. Oh, not that. I don't want to make that smaller. I just want to make the name smaller. Okay, let me, oh, you know what? It's not going to let me because I still have it attached to that. So let's take it back out here and still out further. I'm going to make it smaller yet. Okay, like that. Let's see how that's going to work. Yeah, that, I think that'll fit pretty well. So maybe just one little hair smaller. Okay, with it like that, now I'm going to double click on it, bring it down here, just touch it now, right like that. And I can move it over a tiny bit. And I'll need to move those earmuffs. I see they messed up a little bit. But then I'll just use this button to push it down right there. Okay? And so then what I can do is click on, let's see, what am I getting? All of it? Yeah. What I need to do now is to click on this and come over or right click on it and just say convert to path. And then I'm able to move these other things independently. So I need to ungroup this again. Somehow it got grouped back up. Put this back over here. Use my arrow keys to put it exactly where I want it. And get the word Levi, and I can move that down and move it over. And if I feel like I need to because of the shenanigans I just did, I could use this little tool here and just maneuver it a little bit if I want to. So let's go out now and see what we have. Okay, so that's Levi. I think I will group it. And then, of course, I could do Layla, the little girl. So I'll do hers. I'm going to ungroup this, and I think I'll make this a pinky color. So let's see, maybe hold down my shift key and grab the other one. I'm going to come up here to the paint palette. No, I'm going to come to the moon shape thing and go to the second one in and change the hue of that. See if I can get any pinky. Oh, there's a purple. Oh, there's a pinky. I actually think she likes pink and she likes purple and she likes orange. So maybe I'll make hers orange. All right, that will be Layla. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same thing. Just get the text tool, type in all caps Layla, Layla, and make it way smaller. Before I do anything else, I can see, is that small enough that it's going to fit? No, it still needs to be smaller. Okay, I think that will fit now. Let's scroll in so we can see better. Yeah, that'll fit now, just barely. So I'm going to make it white. Then I'm going to double click on it to get the four-headed arrow and just bring it down here. Just there we go. Once it's on top about where I want it, I can use this little slider that looks to me like a zipper and move her name right in there. And then with it still selected, I can come up here and go to Object, Convert to a Path. And then I can move that if I need to. So let's scroll back out. And I'll just grab all of these parts and group. All right, so now I have two little monkeys I'm going to make, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make these print then cuts. So I have to turn on my registration marks by coming to the page setup, third button over the registration marks, turn those on, and just make sure that my monkeys are inside of, whoopsie, didn't have that all selected, I guess. Group. Okay, so now let's see, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to print these. I don't need to mirror them because they're not going to be anything like a HTV thing. It's just going to be on cardstock. So I'm just going to come up here to File and Print. And I'll say Print. Going to be on my Epson. I'm going to change the preferences to high. Say OK. Print. And these are going to print. And I'll leave these just like this for right now. And when they come over, I'll do these in my Silhouette machine, which I'll do right on my table because I have my Cricut set up to my left. So I'll put my Silhouette portrait right here. Okay, I've already cut out my monkey part that makes the holder for the candy, and I actually did this without a mat. That's the first time I've done cardstock without a mat, and it turned out really, really well. So, and what I did was what's up on my screen right now. But let's look down here. I have on my mat my little guys that were the print and cut, which I've already printed, and now I'm going to cut them. So I'm going to feed them in. The first thing my machine's going to do is use a little light to read the registration marks, and then it will begin cutting. So I'm going to say send, and I just want it to cut the edge. Send. So as you can see, it's reading the registration marks. Okay, it's finished now, and as I've told you before, I always like to test to make sure that things cut out properly, and you can see that that cut out really well. So I'll just go ahead and take this out, and I can turn this machine off and move it out of the way. Take these off of here, and then all I have to do is to glue them to the other piece. Oh, I only made one of these. I should have done two. But what you do is just fold these like this, and then this will get glued right on top like that. And then once it's glued on there, you have a cute little ornament into which you get to put your candy. And I'll show you that after I'm done with the Cricut one. So that's how easy it is to make that. And as you have seen, I've made several others, and I do have Layla's right here too. I'd have to make another backing piece. But let's now go to Cricut Design Space, and I'll show you how to do it there. Okay, here I am in Cricut Design Space. As you can see, I've already opened up a new project, and I'm going to upload something. And you'll notice is I've already done the angel, the little gnome, and the mitten. So I'll upload something else now. Let's see, browse. And I'm going to browse to all those SVG files that I downloaded. So I've done the angel, the gnome, the mitten, the monkey. I think I'll do the snowman next. I don't know. Should I do the snowman or the reindeer? I guess I'll do the reindeer in order. Bring him in. If I don't like him, I'll change my mind. Ah, he's cute. Okay, so I have him, and I'm going to say save. Then, once he's saved, I could just click on him and say insert. And he comes in just like this. Looks terrific, right? This is where the candy goes. But let's just imagine that, I don't know, maybe, there's not much that I can do with him really. Let's go ahead and open up the snowman and see. Although I could put a name on him easily. That would be cool to do. But let's go ahead and open up the snowman to see what he looks like. So I'll go to upload, upload an image, browse, and there's the snowman. Oh, he's cute. I can do something more with him, I think. So I'll save him and insert him. And there he comes just like that. Okay, let's get rid of the reindeer. I'm not going to do him right now. So the snowman comes in and see all the little parts over here. Now, if you want to do him as a, cardstock little fella, totally, not a print and cut, you can do it right now, right? If you go to make it, all of your little pieces are going to go on separate colored cardstock, and you can glue them together perfectly like that. If, on the other hand, you want to do a print and cut like what I've been doing, you can simply ungroup these. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this little red hat and this, and I'm going to make it a pattern. So instead of it being red, I'm going to click on this one, hold down my shift key and get the other one, And if I want to, I can group them. Then I'm going to come up here to where it says fill, no fill. I'm going to change this to print. And right now it shows the reddish color, but I don't want it to be a color. So I can come right here. So I clicked in this color swatch right here, click where it says color, and I'll get a drop down menu. I can click on pattern. And then there's a lot of patterns that I could choose from instead in here. And you can add more to it if you'd like. But I saw one towards the beginning that I wanted to use. Maybe I should go back to color and then go to print pattern again. Okay. So I was thinking maybe the one I wanted to use was this one with trees and things. So I'll just click on that. You see how that's woodsy looking? And of course, as you know, you can edit this pattern. You see what size it is right now, right? You can scale it up by making those things much bigger, or you can scale it down. You can rotate it, whatever you'd like. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so I can bring this back over here if I want to, like that on him. And now if I want to, I could make him a little, a little whiter snowman because he's made out of snow. Instead of it being this color, I'll make it white. And let's see, what else do I want to change? That's probably all I really need to change right now if I want to change it like that. However, I kind of like the red color better for his hat. So I might go back up here where it says print and change it to to no fill, and change the color. I love that color. I'm going to leave it just like this. Y'all can change it, but what I will do is I'll add a name on here for you. So in order to add a name now, I'm going to come up here to the text tool and I'll type in the name Hassan. Hassan. All right. And so now I'm just going to make this smaller so it's going to fit nicely, and I can come up here and see how I like it. And I could actually just leave it like this straight across if I want. And I'd probably want to make it white so it shows up better. There we go. And I could change the font probably to, right now it's regular, I could make it bold and back to white again. And that shows up even better. Let's see, what else could I do? It's not as easy to round this. I could curve it by coming right here, and I can curve it like this a little bit. Well, that's kind of easy for this hat, isn't it? So I could just do that like that. Okay, that was pretty easy. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece out because this is simply going to be a cut. I'm just going to cut this out of black construction paper. This is going to be a print then cut. So what I need to do with this one now is to flatten it. Okay, so let's bring this back behind there. Now you can see how that's going to work just like that, right? I flattened it. And if you're not sure what's going to cut and how this is going to work, don't forget about this tip. Come down here to where it says blank canvas. Come way up here to where it says color. Click on that and change it to a different color. And now you can see everything that's that blue color, that's where things are going to be cut out. So when I bring this over here, of course, the black that you see right here for his mouth is the black from this backing. Same for his eyes and his arms. So the next thing you're going to do now, all you have to do for this one is go to make it. This first one's going to be a print then cut on white paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and say continue. And I'll send that to my printer. Maybe I should make more than one. Let's cancel this for a sec. Let's go back, cancel. Yes. I might as well cancel this. I might as well make two because I think maybe two will fit. So if I duplicate this, and let's see, can I unflatten it? I can take that name off and put on another name. I'll put on Alicia, A-L, whoopsie, Y-S-I-A. And I'll make that smaller, like that. So it will also fit on here. And I can make it white. And I can click on it and use this curving tool and make it curve, like that. The only other thing is this one's not bold. I want to make it bold. It is bold. Huh. Well, there we go. Well, okay. All right, well, there those two are. Let's get rid of this one now. And now let's go ahead and flatten this one. And I'm going to re-flatten this one if it needs it. Nope, it doesn't. So I'm going to go to make it, and let's see, will they both fit? Sure enough, look at that. Two of them will fit together. So I'm going to go ahead and continue. Send it to my printer. Now here's the thing. When you send it to your printer, it's going to say you can either print right here, or it's going to say use system dialog. If you use the system dialog, you're going to get a lot more options for your printer that you have installed. So I'm going to say that, and then it says be careful because your print dialog may appear behind your Design Space application. Mine has not, but remember now, if you go to do this and nothing pops up, it could be hidden behind the Design Space window. So I did this. And again, mine did not pop behind, it popped right here. I would check the printer I want to use. I like to go to Preferences. I'd probably change this to High if I was doing a print then cut and I wanted it to be very nice. Say OK, Print, and it should start printing over there. After it's printed, I'll bring it back and I'll show you how I'm going to put it in to my Cricut machine. For the print then cut. Okay, I have these printed out. I'm going to put them on my mat and then just load them into my Cricut. I hope you can see this. The Cricut takes up a lot more space. Let me show you. Here's my little portrait. See that? And I can lift it with one hand. I could not lift my Cricut with one hand whatsoever. But anyway, so I'm going to put this on cardstock and I'm going to load it in, hitting the load button. The first thing it's going to do once I hit go is it's going to read the registration marks. Okay, once it's done reading the registration marks, it will begin cutting. Okay, just like with my Cameo or my portrait, I like to double check and see how things have cut, and they've cut pretty well. Oh, that didn't cut well at all, or did it? Yes, I guess it did. I guess I had bleed on, so it cut some off. Okay, so I'll take that out and I'll turn this off. No, I can't turn this off. I need this still. I need it. Turn it back on. Because I need it to cut the other part that I need, which is the black pieces. So far what I have is this. And let me get my black cardstock out now and put it on my mat. But I have my black paper already on here. I'm wondering, 8.5 by 11, I'm wondering if I can put 2 of these on here. So I'm going to cancel this and see, what if I duplicate this one, duplicate, I'll put it here. And what if I grab both of these together? Is that going to be wider than 8.5? No, look. See, grab them both. It's perfect. So I'm going to take this one and group them. And then I'm going to go to make it. And so now I'm going to go to my second one here. And I'm ready to make these. I've already got my black paper situated on here. It's cardstock again. So I'm going to say continue. And hit my enter and then hit my go button. And it's going to cut both of these out, and when it's done, I'll come back and show you what they turned out like. Okay, this is finished, so I'm going to carefully take this off the mat. Can unload it now, I suppose. A little bit worried about his fingers here. Okay, go slowly around his little hands. Uh-oh. Okay, so there we go. We have two of them now. Let me get this machine out of the way. This one, as I say, I need two hands to lift. It's heavy. Okay, now take these off the mat. And this project is just about done. I'll do it on this side so you can see it a little bit better. Take out the little circle because that's where the candy goes. And I think that's all I have to take out on him. So let's see, I'll put one of these on here. Oh, and there's a center piece cut out. One on here. And there must be a hole here. Yep, there's a hole there to cut out. And there's one there. And there should be one here as well. Because that's how you hang it on the tree or on the gift, whatever you're going to do. So the next thing I would do is just get my liquid glue and put it on here. Just use this. Did it get stuck? So if yours ever gets stuck, just all you have to do is take a pin, kind of wiggle it around in there. I have one off to my side all the time. And then just start gluing. I like to glue around the circle a little bit. Alright, there, that's done. Bring this here. And put this on here. This makes a cute little thing for a gift. Okay, there's something I'm noticing though, is that one doesn't fit there perfectly. Does this fit here? Maybe it goes this way. So a certain way, yeah. A certain way you can put your snowman on there and his arm matches up perfectly. So let's see if this one's going to match if I put it here. No. So I have the glue where I don't want the glue. Would it have been better on this side? Yes. So you might want to test that first so that your snowman really matches up well. I'm hoping that will dry clear and nobody will be the wiser but you guys who saw me just mess it up. I don't think anyone's going to care though. Alright, so this goes here. I think I decided, right? Yeah. Because see that little hole right there, his arm fits in there perfectly if you do it right. So I'm going to let that one dry. This one, on the other hand, I can go ahead and fold it up the way it goes. Then you'll put a little tie in here, right here. And this is where the candy goes, right in there. So I'm going to go get the candy now and put it in here so you can see. Okay, I'm just about all done. These are the kind of candies I put in there, linders. and they fit perfectly. I finished most of these. I was just going to do Layla's, so I take the candy and just stick it in here so it's peeking out the little belly, little round belly. And then you just take your ribbon, and I've made coordinating ribbons, and I probably could have put the ribbon in there first before I put the candy in to make it a little easier on myself. So I just fold my ribbon in half, put it through the back, and then bring it through the front one with it still folded in half. Okay. And then once I have both pieces brought to the front, or the fold brought to the front, I just take the back two pieces and stick those through the loop that I made, and then pull it tight. And I could knot it also if I wanted to. Then I could tie a knot here if I wanted to put this on a Christmas tree. If I want to tie it onto a present, I can leave it like this. Then all I do is take this, open up my little animal or whatever the Christmas thing is that I've made, and stick my candy in there and hang it on the tree like this. And I think it's super adorable. So there are some other ones that I did here. I did this little angel, and I changed her skin tone a little bit. Here are the snowmen that I did that I think turned out super cute. And again, you could hang these on the Christmas tree, or you could hang them on packages, something like that. There was a gnome that I did like this. Changed his coloring with a pattern. I can't remember if I did this in Cricut Design Space or in Silhouette, but either place you can do it. And there was one that was a mitten. I accidentally did the mitten. Here it is. Upside down. As you'll notice, there's the hole to hang it right here, and I messed up because I put the little girl's name up here upside down. So this is a learning experience, but anyway, you get the idea. So there's several other things. I think I'll have the download for you down below in case you want to make these same things. And I'll tell you what a good reason to buy some candy, right? So if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And hit the bell so you're notified when I go live. Also share my videos if you're able. So again, thanks for joining me. Oh, I hope to see you this Sunday because the DIGI chicks will be live. Hold on. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, the DIGI chicks will be live this Sunday with a new card. So I hope to see you then. Bye, y'all.